The OG stunner, baby, aka Birdman, aka is demanding that we put some respect with a K on the CEOs of hip hop that have helped pioneer so many young and successful rappers that you see today. I think this all started during the Grammys last month, when, if you remember correctly, they did a long segment celebrating 50 years in hip hop, in which you had artists performing from the 80s all the way up until now, performing monumental records that have shaped the culture that we love today. Apparently, Birdman didn't think the executives were showed enough love. He went on Instagram and said, yo, I'm confused about 50 years of hip hop, where they salute legendary artists, which is well respect with a K. I also think, though, the CEOs who kept these artists alive to be great, showed them how to keep hip hop alive, should also be saluted in a major way. I remember when they said hip hop was dead and we kept it alive. Young Money, Cash Money, 20 years plus, 20 summers plus, respect our hustle. CEOs are the ones that kept hip hop alive. So that was then. Birdman, this past weekend, wasn't done. Apparently, he finally saw Billboard's list that we've talked about on this platform, in which they discuss the top 50 rappers of all time. And it's once again Birdman demanding respect be put on the CEOs. He mentioned Billboard on Instagram and said, I see y'all did the 10 best rappers list, which is well respect. But what about the CEOs who made the way for these rappers to be superstars, fought the battle behind doors so they can be superstars? Put some respect on my name and stop playing with me. I'm the best to ever do it. Nothing but love for all of the CEOs ever in 50 years of hip hop. We held it down. Cash Money, Rich Gang, Stunner Man, the best ever. Hashtag the GOAT maker. I do it for Miss Gladys. I love that. The numbers don't lie. The stars don't lie. So I love that Earn Your Leisure. They actually ended up doing their own top 10 hip hop record labels CEO list. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this list that they did. And Baby came in at number 1 on their list. This is according to Earn Your Leisure. Let me know what you think about the list. How about Birdman actually chimed in on the list and said, Quality Control P should be second. No doubt, no shade, just being real. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Earn Your Leisure's top 10 hip hop record label CEOs list. Birdman wants some respect since the Grammys and Billboard didn't give it to the CEOs the way that he would have liked it. You know, clearly this is something that means something to Birdman. He's not a guy that wastes words. He doesn't talk often publicly. So for him to come out and a couple times in about a month's time say, yo, I want the CEOs to get some respect put on their names. Clear as day, there's something that is boiling at the bit with him. And he's like, yo, a lot of these artists wouldn't be around if it wasn't for the investment paid by some of these CEOs. And he's probably right. You know, I try to compare music to sports. Sometimes I think we go a little too far. Like comparing an owner of an NBA team or an owner of an NFL team or NHL or baseball team, comparing them to a rapper. I don't think it's a one-to-one parallel, meaning some of these stars definitely got an opportunity to be in the game by owners. But if you look at a guy like LeBron James or Zion Williamson or Ja Morant or Greg Oden, Kevin Durant, the list goes on. I'm talking about top 2, top 3 picks. If they didn't get drafted by the owner that drafted them, they would then be drafted by the next team. I think that's a little different, and I understand why Birdman is a little upset. There is a strong case to be made that some of these artists that are popping success stories of today, if the CEO that signed them didn't take that chance on them, there is a strong debate and a strong argument and case that could be made. Maybe that artist never gets off the ground. Some artists, I believe, would have found their way. But if you listen to Birdman correctly, he clear as day wants some credit for some of the monumental success that he and other CEOs have had in the game. I do think Birdman deserves his flowers. I would love for like some type of documentary or something like that to be done on YMCMB. He clear as day wants some respect with a K put on his name. I feel like the best way would be through Drake. Drake's the biggest artist to come through that Young Money, Cash Money label. As big an artist as Lil Wayne is, Drake is a pop star on another level, even bigger than Wayne. I feel like we are closing in on maybe the perfect time to do a Drake tour. It would literally have to be starring Drake, but let's do Drake, Nicki, and Wayne, and then have Birdman a part of it as well. If all of these major hip hop figures can coexist in one room, I think it'll be great, and I think it's well overdue. I know Drake and Wayne did the tour in the past, but I'm talking about put them all on tour together, work out the finances. I know these guys and this gal can go do their tours on their own and make a lot of money, but I feel like it would be the perfect moment, the perfect send-off for Birdman, and a perfect way for him to go around the country and get the respect with a K that he believes he deserves. I would love if BET maybe honor some of these CEOs at like the next BET Awards. To be honest, a lot of times BET and other networks do try to honor some of these people. They don't come to the show. So like that's tough to want to respect when it feels like the only time they really want their respect is when it's from outlets not owned by us, like the Grammys, CBS obviously, and then you talk about something like Billboard that's not owned by us. So y'all let me know, does the CEOs that brought some of these artists in deserve more respect, do they? And then what do you think about Earn Your Leisure's list that has Birdman as the #1 most influential CEO of all time? For me, I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. Is what your boy will never take for granted. Facebook, make sure you share this post out. Make sure you're following me on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the platform. If you have not done so, share this video out as well. I'm out.